You know, when you're in the legal business, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a judge, bailiff, or anyone who works in that business, there is a code of ethics because you're dishing out the law. And one thing that, and I'll say this, one thing that has happened recently is, and part of this story that we're going to discuss today, is the laziness of some people during the COVID period, that they're still using Zoom today. And you're wondering why Elon Musk fired all these people that didn't want to come back to work, because they're not doing work. And you see this on TikTok videos all the time when they're walking in. Oh yeah, I get this, and I do yoga. Da, 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 da. What work have you done? What work have you done? And we have a report out of Colombia that one particular judge has gotten in trouble for, let's put it this way, she's still in bed when she was holding court. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those who have liked, subscribed, and shared our videos on all of our social media platforms. We're over 600 on YouTube alone. Let's try to press halfway through the 700. Let's see if we can get there. So anyway, out of the New York Post, I have to laugh at this. And here's the other thing on this situation. If you're in the legal business, don't be doing other things that might get you in trouble. From the New York Post, Colombian judge suspended for showing up half naked to Zoom court hearing. A Colombian judge notorious for sharing racy photos of herself on social media was handed a 3-month suspension this week for appearing half naked and smoking in bed during a virtual court hearing. The Judiciary Disciplinary Commission in Norte de Santander ruled Tuesday that Judge Vivian Poliana violated multiple administrative regulations, report the Spanish language news Informate. Poliana, 34, made national headlines last week when she appeared on the Zoom call lounging in what looks like to be her underwear, puffing a cigarette during a court hearing related to a car bombing targeting an army brigade that took place in the city of Cuchiata in June of 2021. The videos of the scantily clad judge quickly went viral and prompted the disciplinary committee to launch an investigation into Poliana's display. According to the panel's 16-page ruling, Poliana kept her camera off for nearly an hour before turning it on, revealing that she was lying in bed in a deplorable state, looking deceived with sleepy eyes, and slurred her speech. When an attorney present at the hearing told the judge that the camera has been turned on, Poliana quickly switched the device off. The committee stated that the decision to place Poliana on unpaid leave through February was made after it was determined that she was not fit to perform her duties because she did not respect the parties at the hearing and failed to comply with the judicial dress code. Such situations are not consistent with care, respect, and suspension within a judge of the Republic must administer justice, denoting a clear lack of respect from the official, the ruling read. Poliana broke her silence in the wake of the scandal, sparking by the video, denying that she was half naked and claiming that she had to lie down during the hearing because she was suffering an anxiety attack and had low blood pressure. Speaking to Blue Radio, Poliana said that she was extremely overworked, resulting in her mental health struggles. She also claimed that she has been bullied by her fellow judges in Cutiana and threatened with disciplinary actions because of the way she dresses. Poliana was previously investigated for sharing risque snaps of her in BDSM outfits and skimpy lingerie, displaying her 37 tattoos on her Instagram page, where she had more than 30,000 followers until her account was deactivated this week. In an interview with the Colombian outlet Samara, the judge said when she first arrived in Cuchada, she could not bear to wear pants because of the searing heat. She opted to wear shorts and a t-shirt, but she made some people around her uncomfortable. At the same time, she discovered CrossFit and practicing intense fitness regimen changed the shape of her body, so Poliani was switching to wearing long, elegant dresses to work at the Palace of Justice, but Poliani said her new sartorial choices were likewise criticized for being too sexy, and she was urged to cover her up with a judicial robe. I got tired of pleasing people over my peace of mind, the defendant juror said. I'm bowing to the controversy of the Zoom video. Poliani said she would not change her personality for others. See, here's the thing. She claims all this, but she was in bed. She wasn't looking good. Was it a hangover to the situations? Most likely so. She's sitting there smoking and stuff like that. You know, you're a judge. You should not be doing that. You're in home conversing in a court of law. There is a professionalism that comes forward on this situations, and it must be respected. It looks like she does not respect it at all. She's sitting there taking photos and stuff and putting it online, but that's not what a judge does. You know, you're citing law, but the thing about it is, if this was in this country, you know there would be a lot of retrials for this situation. Appeals will be through the roof if a judge did this, because that means someone didn't get a fair shake. You know, the person didn't care. This is why, and you know, I don't want to put into the situation when they had the lockdowns and all that. I don't want to say whether they worked or not worked. That's another story on another day. But the thing about it is, one major problem you caused is you cause people to be lazy. Like what happened at Twitter? People were like, if you didn't want to come to work, then don't ever come back again. And I do not blame Elon Musk for saying that. Now, I work from home. Yeah, I'm in casual. I'm in sweats and stuff like that. But if I turn on the camera and stuff like that, I will perform myself, you know, get a nice shirt on, maybe wear a hat, comb my hair, shave. You know, I try to perform in the best way I can when it comes to you. I used to wear, in my old days in public access, I wore suits. I dressed up. I looked good, you know, back in the day. Some people say I looked like a Colombian drug lord, but that was the old Miami Vice days. I had a white linen jacket that was really good. I love that I miss my white linen jacket. But the thing is that, you know, there is a professionalism that you have. You know, we've done a couple of stories. If you saw the Meme Cafe's lights here on YouTube, or if you've seen the whole entire episode on Meme Cafe on Odyssey, we discussed tattoos, you know, obscenity with lips and stuff like that. And the thing about it is, like, for example, the tattoo one, she couldn't get a job. The girl couldn't get a job because she had all these tattoos, head to toe. Her whole face was covered. Tattoos on top of tattoos on top of tattoos. She was tattooing on the tattoos. And she said, I couldn't get a job. Why? Because there are people out there that look for professionalism. And you say, well, that's violating the law. I said, no, that isn't. That's violating their dress code. If their dress code sits there and says, you got to wear a suit, you got to wear a jacket. In retail, I'll tell you, the retail companies that I've worked with, okay, all of them ask for a suit. They ask for a suit, dress shoes, tie, professionally, hair professionally swiped back on there. If I have tattoos, the tattoos have to be hidden. They could not be, you know, on the outside, because that's being professional. And you say, well, you know, people got to respect you. I said, yeah, but you got to respect them too. People don't come down to see someone that's just like, you know, that's all messed up and stuff like that. They're coming to buy something from you. If you're in an office setting, Someone looks like the shuffle. They've just come in. They've just come in from a weekend bender. That doesn't look good. You're representing the company that you work for. People have lost their fucking picking mind when it comes to this. They think because that it violates their rights that they should be able to dress the way they want. No, that's not what it is. There are rules in jobs, and some of them are there for a reason. Some of them are there to protect you. For example, when I used to work for Home Depot in the department I had, one of the mandatory things was to wear steel-toed boots. A lot of people I worked with didn't like that. They didn't like wearing the boots. They wore sneakers and shit like that. But the thing about it is, if something comes down, it'll crush your feet. That's part of the dress code. And some companies, like Home Depot, have certain colors, schemes. If you worked for a Foot Locker, they had you dress up like a ref. Other places don't allow you to wear, for example, they let you wear casual stuff, but they tell you, please, leave the graphic tees home. Leave this, if you want to wear like a collared polo or a regular t-shirt, make sure it's plain, it's a nice color, your hair is done, your hair is right, not too much jewelry, be sure to be shaven, for the men, ladies, make sure your hair is done right, and there are other places that are more lax than that. And if they're more lax than that, that's fine. That's that job, that particular job. But that's not everywhere. Some of it is for sanitary situations. If you work in a restaurant, if you work in a fast food chain, would you want someone serving food that looks like barf out of freaking... you can't do that on television?
Did I hear that?
If you remember barf, if you ever seen those episodes. But no, if you look disgusting, you look like you haven't bathed in 2 weeks. Do you want, or someone smells that way? I had a guy, and I'll tell you the story. I worked in a particular store, and it was a good size, and the stock room was pretty large. This particular guy had the habit of not wearing deodorant. Now, I understand there are some people out there that, they just don't want to wear deodorant because they don't like the chemicals in the deodorants and stuff like that. And then there are those who says, well, it's part of my religion. I have nothing against that. But, if you happen to be wearing a suit and you're running around and it is warm in there, even though there's an air conditioner up there and you're warm, and your underarms are starting to sweat and starting to smell, and the situation to the point, and this happened, where you could be in one part of the stock room and have left 10 minutes later, and you walk into that stock room and you get that hint of smell, which he is just left behind. That joke that was in Seinfeld with the car with the smell. Yeah, I've seen that happen. That has happened where a smell, someone's body odor has lingered for more than 10 minutes. My boss told him, go buy another shirt, go wash your underarms, and put some deodorant on. That guy quit after a week. Because that is not what a customer should be smelling. Even customers complained. Your body odor. You should not smell like pot. You should not smell like if you didn't wash. You should not smell like you haven't wiped your butt. I mean, these are situations that are just, your parents should have taught you. The old joke, he says, "Oh, I don't want to be in an accident without clean underwear." Where does that joke come from? Because basically, it's respecting those around you. And what this judge has done is a disrespect to her job and the employees, and also the plaintiffs and defendants in these trials that she's worked on. If she wants to be a porn star, go be a porn star. Go work on OnlyFans. You know, you'll probably might make some money. You do look fairly attractive, according to the some of the sexier photos on there. But if you're a judge, stay a judge. Respect the law. Respect the code of conduct for a judge, including the dress code. And for those of you out there, if you have a job with a dress code, don't argue. Just do your job. If you don't like it, go elsewhere. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts. Have you been through something like this? You know, dealing with dress codes and situations. Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.